Red Cross has declared an emergency blood shortage. The organization says it's seeing the lowest number of people giving blood in the last 20 years. The blood shortage is also impacting local blood banks. Memorial Blood Centers in Plymouth says while it hasn't declared an official emergency like the Red Cross, the shortage is serious. Those who are able to donate can call ahead to set up an appointment at Memorial Blood Centers, or just simply walk in. The donation process from start to finish takes about an hour. Dan Waldrop is among the donors. He's donated blood since he was in college.
Something I can do that is helpful to people, because fortunately I've never needed it, but I want to know that if I did, it was available.
Blood donation is not like a utility that you flip a switch. We need people like all of these volunteers here to come in and take their time to donate for a stranger whose life may be saved from their donation.
Memorial Blood Centers sends its blood to more than 40 hospitals. A Brooklyn Park plasma donation business that opened last year says the demand for plasma is also high, but they haven't found as many donors as they hoped.
So we opened up in April in Brooklyn Park. It's been a little bit of a slow start, honestly. The staff is ready.
Octapharma is one of 3 plasma donation businesses in the northwest suburbs. Plasma is a straw-colored blood component that carries nutrients throughout the body. The medical industry uses it to help treat patients with a variety of conditions, including cancer. Plasma businesses compensate their donors. Longtime donor Ryan Russick says he uses the money to plan for family trips and vehicle expenses.
It's a really nice thing to say, not only am I getting, the money aspect, but I'm also able to do good by, providing my plasma.
You can safely donate plasma up to twice a week. A Park Center graduate is making a name for herself in the spray tan business, and it's been years in the making. I had a chance to meet Melanie Richards to learn about her business, GoGlow.
We have our treatment rooms here.
It takes drive to run a business. Melanie Richards knows a thing or two about drive. Her tanning company, GoGlow, started out of a vehicle.
A girl from Brooklyn Park has made it, this far in the sense of, spreading her wings.
But her career started away from the spray tan booth as a probation officer.
It's a very difficult triaging. You're dealing with violence. Pure violence every single day.
She eventually shaped her own position at Hennepin County, advocating for victims of domestic violence. That creativity helped her help women.
With my history, with my background, being raised by a single mother, and just really having that work hard and keep going mentality, it's great to be able to give that back to the community. Hydrate's kind of like a cult following.
But she was looking to help women in a different way.
Did that for about 12 years and was just looking for something different, something more creative, and I went to Aveda.
That eventually led Richards to start GoGlow, which moved from a car to a storefront.
And you'll find with me, I don't have an off switch. I'm just going to keep going.
Now GoGlow has its own product line and locations throughout the Twin Cities and the U.S.
Boss lady, I feel like, is Mel to a T. She is, she's a very strong, empowered woman.
Alex Vorchek is a spray tan specialist at GoGlow Maple Grove. She says she looks up to Richard's business sense and her drive to help women feel their best.
Seeing people when they look at themselves in the mirror and they're like, oh, wow, I feel so much better about myself. I feel like that's probably my favorite part, is empowering women and having them feel better about themselves.
GoGlow's Twin Cities locations are in Maple Grove, Edina, and the North Loop. An aerial arts and acrobatics training school is moving to Golden Valley. The Golden Valley City Council has approved a permit for the Aviary. That business is currently located in Hopkins. It's moving into the space previously used by Tech Dump on Boone Avenue. The Aviary offers classes on aerial performance using bungee, silk, or hammock-style suspension devices. They also host private parties. A new Maple Grove restaurant blends pizza with a piece of Philadelphia pride. This weekend, Elaine Cleveland takes us to Tono Pizzeria and Cheesesteaks, a local chain that's growing across the metro.
Let's see how this cooks.
When it comes to pizza, everyone has their personal preference.
You got New York style, you got Neapolitan style, you got bar pizza, you got frozen pizza. All are good, right? And all have a place.
But if you're looking for a place that has something a little different, look no further than Maple Grove's newest pizzeria, Tono.
My dad's from Sicily, my mom's from Philadelphia. I worked for my parents growing up in the pizza industry, so it's something I always wanted to do.
What Antonio Gambino has done is created a place that sells pizza and Philly cheesesteaks all under one roof.
You can get pizza in a lot of spots where it's like cheesesteaks, like where can you get a cheesesteak? Maybe the mall, right? Who goes to the mall anymore, right?
Now you don't have to go to the mall or to Philadelphia to get your fix of ribeye, onions, peppers, and cheese.
One of our best accomplishments is making East Coasters feel like they're at home.
They have 8 cheesesteaks on the menu, but make no mistake, pizza is the big draw here. It's a style of pizza Gambino refers to as artisanal.
A blend of New York style and Neapolitan.
Tono serves a thin crust pizza using dough made from locally sourced flour that cooks for 2.5 minutes in a brick oven set to 660 degrees. The end result is something that Gambino hopes will keep people coming back in a crowded pizza marketplace.
You get the customers that are willing to take that first step and be like, let me try it, but a lot of people wait till they hear someone else say, all right, this place is good.
Each of Tono's 6 locations has its own signature pizza. Here in Maple Grove, it's the Don Carlo, a pie topped with pepperoni, hot honey, cheese, and basil.
It's delicious. The hot, the cold meshes really well.
Gambino is hopeful that Tono will become a fan favorite.
The best way is just have them try the food. You can't convince someone over words.
That's Delane Cleveland reporting. If you go to Tono on Tuesdays, you can get 2 pizzas for the price of 1.
Wayzata Wrestling is currently ranked 6th in the state in Class 3A. And this week's CCX Sports Spotlight, Chaz Moots profiles 3 Trojans wrestlers that have grown up together and are hoping to leave their mark on the Wayzata Wrestling program.
Practices for the Wayzata wrestling team are not easy.
It's a straight double.
No one would know that better than seniors Charlie Pettit, Logan Swenson, and Luke Coonan.
That first day, I get pretty red, I get pretty tired. That's when I really realized how hard these practices are.
It seems tough when you're in the room, but it definitely really helps when you're out on the mat competing, and it makes it feel a lot easier when you're not getting tired and you can really put it to a kid.
All 3 have either started or wrestled matches on varsity at Wayzata as freshmen.
Attack crosshand.
But their time together goes even further back.
I've known Luke and Charlie for my whole life. We've gotten really close and we have a good friendship.
I've known Luke since the first day I practiced. We actually were wrestling that day and got into it a little bit. Logan was actually in my class the next year. It was first day of 3rd grade and we walked up to each other and I found out he was a wrestler too. So that was really cool, and ever since then me and him have been best friends.
In 5th grade, Swenson, Coonan, and Pettit were all on the Wayzata youth wrestling team that won the NYWA state tournament. A big accomplishment early in their wrestling careers.
So that's basically the high school state title for youth wrestling. So that was definitely one of the big moments for my youth career, I would say.
That was a pretty big tournament for us, and just being really excited about that tournament, going down to Rochester, having all us 3 on that team. It was pretty fun.
Fast forward 7 years and Swenson, Coonan, and Pettit are all coming off top 3 finishes in the Class 3A individual state tournament last year. Throughout their journey at Wayzata, all 3 have been motivation to each other.
When you see other guys definitely doing really well, it kind of motivates you to do well, because you don't really want to be the guy that is getting beat. So when you see Charlie and Logan winning big tournaments, it just motivates me to do better each time. When sometimes I'm not feeling practicing, I can always look over and see Charlie and Logan.
It's pretty cool to me just seeing my best friends succeed, and I know they want it really bad as much as I do, and we've all sacrificed our life to this.
This past fall, all 3 Trojans signed their letters of intent to wrestle at the next level. Logan will be joining his brother at South Dakota State. Luke and Charlie will remain teammates at Augustana University in South Dakota.
I was with Logan when he decided, the day he decided to commit. I was in the car with him going to practice and he told me, and I just remember I felt really proud of him. It was almost like it was something that I was doing. And I know it goes the same for them. When they saw me commit, they were super proud of me. And it is another level of joy seeing your friends succeed with you. I just love seeing those guys be able to have their dream come true just like mine. And I know they all love the sport just as much as I do.
In the latest Class 3A state individual rankings, both Swenson and Pettit are ranked first in their weight class, while Coonan is second in 121.
Stacks him up, and he's going to have the fall right there. Luke Coonan gets the pin in 1:04.
There's less than a month left in the regular season before the Section 5 3A team meet takes place on February 17th. For the CCX Sports Spotlight, I'm Chaz Moots.
Find more prep sports games and highlights at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media. CCX Media, your source for great local programming, is available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku. Our free app allows you to stream all 3 of our channels live. You also have access to a large on-demand library, including full sporting events and daily newscasts. To find us, go to the store, search CCX, and download our free app. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. The CCX Media app, available on Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, and Roku.